We are live for the first time on 2025 NFL regular season.
We had a football game.
We had a football game, and it lasted an hour longer than it was supposed to. Thank you, Lightning.
Did that not give you flashbacks to a very bad time?
That was the worst game ever, man. Don't remind me about that.
What was worse, that game or Montana?
Oh, brother. Oh, man. Probably the vibes of the Montana were the worst ever. The Cal game vibes weren't as bad, but
it was the sitting and waiting.
Being there was worse.
Sitting and waiting for a horrific loss.
Yeah, that was the worst. I'll say that part of it was the worst, but I'd say the vibes leaving the Montana game were just toxic. So and the vibes after the Montana game were toxic. So neither were a fun place to be. I'll just say that. Neither were a fun place to be. Yeah, CeeDee Lamb sold so hard. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, thanks a lot, CeeDee. Yeah. You know who I am pissed at? Freaking AJ Brown had one catch.
Oh yeah, AJ Brown didn't do nothing. It was like one catch for 8 yards.
So Brandon Aubrey had more points. Had 10 more points than AJ. 10.
I'm pretty sure the Eagles' leading receiver was Jahan Dotson because I had Devontae Smith in another league. He didn't do anything either.
Ugh.
Brutal, just absolutely brutal night for offensive stars between Devontae, CeeDee, what's his name? AJ Brown. Saquon had a pretty good game. Saquon had I think 20 fantasy points, so he did all right. Actually, I can confirm that.
I saw someone on Twitter call him a fullback that passes. Called Jalen Hurts a fullback that passes. That's a funny one.
That's 23 points. Okay. Wait, no, 18 points. I was right. Yeah, fullback that passes. Hey man, he put the team on his back.
I'm waiting for the Robbie Utes double pass.
The Robbie Utes double pass. You'll be waiting a while, my friend. You'll be waiting a while, I'm afraid. But we'll talk all about that game and then also preview some other games. But I'd say because we don't have, that's the only game we have to preview. What better time than right now on this very episode than to give our picks for all the awards for the entire season? And this is really where I wish we had whiteboards we could hold up like Good Morning Football does, where they write down their pick and then hold it up as a surprise. That'd actually be sick. I wish we had.
That would be cool.
I got some in my classroom. I should have brought one.
One of those mini whiteboards. I remember.
Yeah, one of the mini whiteboards. Yep. I should have brought one home, but I forgot about it. Oh well. It's okay. So, I propose we go opposite direction here, where one of us does coach of the year pick, and then we just snake it through until we finish with the most illustrious award, which is the MVP. I have to go get a drink of water real fast, but if you want to start talking about your assistant coach of the year pick,
oh God,
the most fun one to talk about.
You know, I might be a little bit of a homer here. But I think if Clint Kubiak has a really good year, turning around the Seahawks offense, make them competent, I think that could be interesting, especially with Sam Darnold. Brian Flores, he's one of my guys. I'm always a big Brian Flores guy. Who else could be interesting here? I'm just trying to think of the big name coordinators. I haven't picked him yet.
You haven't picked you yet? Okay. I won't get to it.
I was stalling. You're
stalling. Okay.
God. Oh, I got one. Yeah. So I might be a little biased because I spoke with him in person. Chris Shula for the Rams.
Chris Shula.
He's gonna be a head coach after this year.
Where's he at?
Rams.
Oh, is he the Rams?
DC. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I like it. Is that the pick?
Yeah, I got to speak with him at the Husky Clinic.
Oh, okay. I like it.
He's going to be a head coach after this year. He's bright.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, it does work. Oh, that's sick. Okay. There you go. Chris Shula for the first pick. All right. My assistant coach of the year award. I actually thought about Clint Kubiak myself. Also, of course, thought about Al Golden because if the Bengals defense is even close, then we'll be set. Yes, we do need to work on pulling flags on defense, but we'll get there. Don't worry.
Ooh, flag pulling. I know that.
Hey, that's the only thing we're struggling with on defense. Everything
See,
else.
I went from middle school flag football coach to high school football coach. Beau, you're next.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Let's see. I'm trying to think all around the league. I feel like Todd Monken's been up for so long. He just hasn't gotten it. Joe Brady's another good pick. Steve Spagnuolo run it recently.
That's who I was thinking of too. He should have been winning the last few years, man.
I feel like it's gonna go to a newbie though.
Who won it last year? Who won it last year?
Last year,
Fangio.
Let's see.
I think it might have been Fangio.
It was Ben Johnson.
Okay. Oh, that's who I guessed.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. We did drop too many picks. I feel like it's gonna go to a newbie though. I feel like Ben Johnson had been there for a while, but other than that, I feel like it usually goes to people that just got there and immediate big turnaround. So I'm trying to think of like new hires. Doug Nussmeier. No, I'm just kidding.
Clint Kubiak, honestly, might be a good call.
Clint Kubiak's actually a contender, but I got something else in mind for that one. OCs and DCs.
Jeff Ulbrich.
Jeff Ulbrich. There you go. I didn't realize that San Francisco's OC was Clay Kubiak. That's actually
I know, right?
That's hilarious. Okay, actually, I know. Okay, this is gonna be boring. But Robert Saleh in San Francisco.
Okay. And here's what I'm going to say about that. Right, the peak years of Robert Saleh versus now, those cupboards are a lot more bare. You got two studs in Bosa and Warner, but Endo Nor's pretty good too. But around them, you don't have Drake Greenlaw, Aziz Al-Shaair. You don't have Eric Armstead, DeForest Buckner. You don't have a bunch of studs in the DB room. So I think Saleh is not going to be as good this year as the Niner fans are screaming at us to believe.
I hear that.
I'm just a Saleh hater, so.
That's also fair. Here's my counter argument. Coach of the Year is not often about like what it looks like on film. A lot of it's just purely dependent on results. San Francisco, we looked at their schedule, they're not exactly playing a murderer's row of offensive football teams. So they could look good and have a bounce back year on defense just by virtue of their strength of schedule. And I still think they're going to be good on defense.
I just saw some breaking news, Bo.
What's that?
It's looking like Dak spit first.
Oh, I did see that, yeah. Dak spit first. It's going to be the new Han shot first.
Oh my gosh.
So comeback player of the year, and this is a new development. It turns out you are no longer allowed to pick players that came back from sucking. It has to be comeback from injury. This is a new rule they're instituting. So that leaves it to guys.
Poor no Gino broke it. Gino broke it.
Yeah, Gino. Well, no, Joe Flacco broke it.
Gino did too.
That's true. Okay, it was Gino and then Joe Flacco. I guess that was back-to-back years. So it has to be a guy who came back from injury. So we're looking at Aiden Hutchinson's a good contender. Dak Prescott. Who else? I'm just gonna look at the top.
JJ McCarthy could be a good one.
Ooh, JJ McCarthy's a fun one. That is a fun one. Honestly, he should be up for Rookie of the Year.
Aaron Rodgers, I believe.
Team specials, player futures. Regular. Okay, here we go. Offensive, defensive. Oh, they've only got Rookies of the Year here. Lame. Okay, I'm trying to see
I don't think there's going to be a robust comeback player of the year futures market.
Yeah, not at the moment. I could just go with the guy who had a pretty good night tonight with Dak Prescott, but he didn't put up a ton of yards, and usually you have to put up some pretty solid stats. Now, granted, that was game 1, so I'm not freaking out about it or anything, but let me go to FanDuel. I feel like FanDuel usually's got a little bit more going on. I'm in Arizona, so I can do this, by the way. It's legal here.
I'm just trying to think of good candidates.
Yep, look at that. Yep, they only have MVP on FanDuel. Wow, they don't even have Rookie of the Year on FanDuel. That's crazy. Okay, so I'm going to have to think about who was out most of last year off the top of my head. So I feel like Hutchinson and Dak are the two that kind of stick out. Who else? Was there any other kid? JJ McCarthy, you said. That was a good call. That was a good pull. Was there anyone else that like really stood out as like a big time player that was hurt most of last year? Christian McCaffrey.
That's a good one.
That's a fun one. I'd have to think. I feel pretty good. I'm gonna pick Aiden Hutchinson.
I'm going to be chalky here because I feel like you have to be on a pretty good team to win it. And I don't think the Cowboys are going to be very good this year. Otherwise, I probably would have picked Dak.
So who are you going with?
Oh, I said I'm doing the same. Aiden Hutchinson.
Oh, Aiden Hutchinson. All right. So for the first time ever, we have a Protector of the Year award. And I know you love linemen, so mostly defensive linemen, to be fair. But
this is such a stupid award.
I think it's fair they finally get some recognition. I think it's good.
Gosh. I mean, who's the best offensive lineman, basically? It's probably going to be Penei Sewell.
You want to go Sewell?
Yeah, I'm going to go Sewell here.
I'm gonna assume, well, and a couple things here. A, this is not being voted on by the AP. This is voted on actually by like a panel of former offensive linemen.
Oh, and great. Great. A panel.
Yeah. It gets better. One of the linemen on that panel is Jason Kelce.
Oh, God.
And
actually, I like Jason Kelce. I
don't hate Jason Kelce, but hear me out. They're going to make it a Lifetime Achievement Award for Lane Johnson.
Oh, yeah. Damn it. That's a good call. Damn it.
And he could very well deserve it. I say that as if he won't deserve it. He could very well deserve it. But
no, that's a great call. That just, you saying it's a panel is makes me think of that classic Mike Leach thing. We're America, so let's make it. How are we going to decide it? Well, let's make a committee. And what's this committee going to do? Oh, we're going to go talk and go to a nice hotel and have some nice meals and relax by the pool. That just makes me think of Mike Leach. Rest in peace.
Oh, yeah. That's actually what I thought of the second that I heard there was a panel. Like that exact thing. So it's funny that you bring that up.
Mike Leach would have been the perfect Lee Corso replacement, man.
Oh, he really would have.
Gone too soon.
Gone way too soon.
Did you ever hear the stories of what he'd do during the offseason rather than recruit?
No, what did he do?
He just hung out at Key West for like 4 months.
Yeah. Hey, man, that's the life right there.
I wonder if he ever went into the Ernest Hemingway look-alike contests.
I actually don't. You know what's funny? I don't know what Ernest Hemingway looks like off the top.
He looks like how you probably think he will. Beard.
He doesn't look like Mike Leach, though. It doesn't look like Mike Leach.
I'm just saying that's the big thing that they do in Key West. That's one of the big events every year.
Oh,
they have a really big Ernest Hemingway look-alike. Yeah, so like.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's funny. I didn't know that. Well, there you go. That's what they do in Key West. I learned that today. Coach of the Year.
Whenever you think of Ernest Hemingway, it's always that Family Guy bit. Have you read this? Your diagnosis is similar to this book. I'm in World War I in Italy and fall in love with a nurse. There's no way you've read that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. I know who you're talking about.
Farewell to
Yeah.
Arms,
A
baby.
Farewell to Arms. Yep. Yep. I'm very, very familiar.
I
Farewell to
have
Arms.
never liked Family Guy, but I do enjoy seeing like pretty funny clips of it on Twitter sometimes.
Oh
So it's
yeah.
like it's that one. It's the Great Gatsby. We talked about this last time. It's Great Gatsby. Half this book is about driving drunk. Those are two that I
That's
really
true. They
like.
did bring that up. That's funny. That got referenced twice in a row.
I know. There's a guy in my sousaphone section that could play the Family Guy intro really
Mm-hmm.
well and would do Peter Griffin voices. It was pretty funny.
Oh jeez. He's just the ultimate Family Guy.
I know. It's like, are you Seth MacFarlane?
He
Are
was
you
literally
secretly his son?
He's secretly his son. His name was like Sean McFarlane.
It
All right.
was not MacFarlane, sadly.
Ah, that's a bummer. So, moving forward though, Coach of the. I love how we've just been completely sidetracked. By the way, that's
We're the
hilarious.
best in the biz.
We're the best of the biz of that. Coach of the year. You're gonna like me for this one. I got
Really?
I think
You're
Mike
going Mike
McDonald's gonna win.
McDonald.
I
Wow.
am. I am. I
You're
really do.
you're
I think the Seahawks win the NFC West.
you're sharing with me the blue and green sunglasses.
Yeah. Well, I think the Seahawks win the NFC West, and I think that's gonna be enough. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna be enough. I don't even know if he has to win a playoff game. But if they
Okay.
win the West, I think they give it to him.
Oh, I like where you're going. I'm not going him because that would just be too biased. I mean, yeah, that's boring.
Did
That's
I spell his
boring.
name right, by the way? I have no idea.
MacDonald. Yeah, it's not Mick, it's Mac.
Okay, okay. But is the D capitalized or no?
Yeah, I think so.
Nope, it's not. You're fired.
Oh, that's
Don't even know how to spell-
interesting.
Don't even know how to
That's
spell your own coach's
interesting.
name.
I thought it was like always capitalized. That's interesting.
It's not.
Okay.
Not all Irish.
Of course, I'm going to go Brian Schottenheimer. Just kidding. Who's an interesting one? Who's an interesting one? I have one idea. Okay, let's see if I can get a second. Okay, I think I've come to a conclusion here.
Okay.
It's going to be Matt LaFleur.
I
think they're gonna. I think the Packers are just going to have a big year now with Micah.
Yeah, that's fair. I understand that. That's an Irishman versus a Frenchman.
You know, your edge rusher, your star edge rushers. That's a finishing peach. No. Oh, did you lose me?
No, I got you.
Am I back?
The whole time. Yeah, you're good. I never lost.
Oh, I froze for a second. Okay,
no,
good. You know, I always think of the pass rusher. You know, it's the finishing piece, right? That's why I always go with the. That's like, you know, edge rushers always go with the trade deadline, like relievers in baseball, right? You know, they're that finishing piece, and you know, they got it. Although we'll see how his back is. Jesus, got to get an injection.
Yeah, he's got to get the classic Dallas back shot.
Oh God! Well, he left. He's not getting as good of back shots there like Tyron Smith.
He's not. No, I guess not.
It was quality. It was quality back shots.
Yeah. I love that came out the exact same week as the all-in comma my.
No, there was no comma. I don't think there was a comma.
No, there was a comma, and the joke was comma is holding the weight.
It was doing a lot of work. It was doing a lot of work. That's right. That was so funny. Jerry Jones has been on one lately, man.
Hey, that was Skip Bayless.
Well, I know, but Jerry Jones's actions caused that because he said it was an all-in off-season. He said it was an all-in off-season, and they literally did nothing.
That was incredible. Great moment in NFL history.
See, we just don't have those titans of owners like we used to with Al Davis and who knows how long. Jerry Jones is like the last of them, man. He's the last of them.
Yeah. Yep. All right, you were up for Defensive Rookie of the Year. I bet I can predict
Okay.
who you're going to pick.
Nicky Manwari? No,
Wow.
no, I'm not. I'm not picking Nicky Manwari. I got to look at the draft order again. Wait, I know who I'm picking. It's Abdul Carter.
Yeah, okay. That's why I was like, all right, if you're going any direction other than Abdul Carter, you're going to blow my mind right now. And I'm with you on that. It's going to be boring, but yeah, I ain't got Abdul Carter.
I mean, it's an easy call right there. I think the only one who could disrupt that's Travis.
Yep. Trying to think. What are the other edge rushers that went high? Like Michael Williams, no.
They're just a totally different tier guys that went after with like Michael Williams and James Pierce went in the first round. Just totally different tier guys.
You're forgetting someone?
Shamar Stewart.
There it is. Hey, if Shamar Stewart wins Defensive Rookie of the Year, I don't know what I'm going to do on the pod.
Well, you got to do something. You got to do something.
I don't know what it would be, but I'd do something. That'd be so funny.
I really hope he's a stud, man. Just for the memes, because it will continue our trend of crash outs to stud.
Yeah, that's true. Crash outs directly translate to stud on the West Coast Draft Podcast. At this point, why would we bother celebrating our picks?
Yeah, we don't want to jinx it. I hate him. He sucks.
Offensive Rookie of the Year. Let's see. I could go Travis. Genty feels like a strong option, but almost feels too
obvious.
Too obvious. Travis feels like a solid option because he's going to be a starting receiver in Jacksonville, which was announced today, but he's going to be sharing touch with Brian Thomas, so it's not like he's going to be wide receiver 1.
And Trevor Lawrence is quarterback.
And Trevor Lawrence is also back. Not feeling T-Mac. Not because I don't think he'll be good, just because I feel like he kind of need to be a stud to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. I'm like going through the draft order,
especially in Carolina.
I got 4 months.
Okay, let's hear it.
I'm going off the beaten path here.
All right, let's hear it. Emeka
Egbuka.
Oh,
the reviews out of Tampa for him right now are insane. Chris Godwin's going to miss the first part of the season, so he's going to get opportunity to shine early. He just switched his number to number 2, so immediate aura gains right there. And he's probably going to be in one of the top 3-4 offenses in the league.
With an easy schedule.
I'm kind of feeling the Emeka Egbuka hype train right now.
All right.
So I want to go off the beaten path a little bit here.
I think.
Shout out Stelcom Washington, by the way.
Stelcom.
I was always told Stelcom, and it just spelled Stelcom, but
yeah, it is. You're right.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. I agree with you where the Genty one feels too obvious, and I'm really not sold on the Raiders. But I'm not going to be digging as much as you here. I'm going to go with. I think I'm going to go T-Mac. Not much around him.
Yeah,
team on the rise. I like Dave Canales. He's a good play caller. There's not much around him. So I think
that's very true.
He is nice to short quarterbacks. We know that.
That is very true. He loves him a short quarterback. T-Mac can only play with quarterbacks under 5'10", which is ironic because he's like a massive receiver.
I know, right?
He will only play with you as a quarterback if he can rest his elbow on your head. That's the rule for him. That's a good poll. I like of course I like T-Mac.
Yeah,
go Wildcats. But also,
he just made Noah Fifita's life so easy.
He did. He really did.
Who knows if that translates to the NFL? But I'm just gonna go for it.
Yeah,
I watched plenty of him. So, all right, Defensive Player of the Year. Ooh, this is a big one. It's a tough one. Jeez. Can you tell me some betting favorites?
Yeah, I know. I got you. I'm gonna go to DraftKings. DraftKings usually's got a pretty robust book here. I'll go to BetMGM too. Let's see who the BetMGM has. I imagine like guys like Garrett, Watt, Parsons, Sertan, guys that have won it before will all be pretty high.
I'm just putting my thinking cap on, you know. Oh, I thought of a good comeback player of the year now.
You can change it at this point. It's fine. Who are you thinking?
Christian Gonzalez.
Ooh, wait, didn't he come back last year?
Well, I thought he got hurt again last year.
Did he? He might have. You want to change it?
No, I'm not going to change it. I was like, I can't believe I forgot about him. Defensive player of the year is a hard one. I'm trying to think of an edge rusher who's about to freaking explode, you know?
Right.
Ooh. No, I think that's too much of a stretch. I was thinking maybe Will Anderson or Derek Stingley, one of those Texans guys. You know, they've been awesome. I think Jared Verse is going to have a sophomore slump. Maybe I'm a hater. It's not going to be Nick Bosa. It's not going to be Micah.
Okay, here we go.
I'll tell you right now.
So Micah, Hutchinson, Myles Garrett, T.J. Watt, Max Crosby, Will Anderson, Jared Verse, Nick Bosa, Jalen Carter are the top 9.
You know what? I'm going to go Max Crosby.
Man, I like that. He's never won it before. That's a good pull.
I'd love it if Max Crosby won it.
So I was gonna say Micah. He just comes out, dominates right away in Green Bay, and wins it. But I thought one I liked better, and it's a little more of a dark horse. I don't think he was. Yeah, he wasn't on this list that I just read off of. So I'm going to Houston, but it's not Will Anderson.
I said Derek Stingley.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I said one of the 2 Houston guys.
Well, I'm going Derek Stingley.
That's a good one. That's a good one, man. He's a baller. If Houston has a better year this year, I think he might end up being very smart.
So, I have faith in their defense. I think it's their offense that's a little hit or miss. Miko's usually got the defense in a good spot.
Yeah, he's got him dialed.
All right. Offense player of the year. So the betting favorite right now, I believe, is Chase. So part of me wants to just go that direction, especially considering the hat I'm wearing. But I also don't want to. Oh no, the betting favorite's barely Saquon. It's barely Saquon. And it's definitely not going to be CeeDee Lamb after tonight. I'll tell you that much. I kind of don't want to jinx Chase though. Like even though I would not be shocked at all if it's Jamar, I want to go in a different direction. But what direction is that going to be? I'm trying to think. Ooh. I got a fun one. And it's definitely off the beaten path here.
Let's hear it.
But I need you to hear me out.
I'm listening.
Malik Neighbors. Ooh. I think if he had stayed healthy last year, because he missed I saw 5 games in the early middle of the season. If he'd stayed healthy, a lot more people would be talking about him. I think big market.
Yeah, that's a good call.
A lot of production, a QB that just loves to throw up moonballs, and he's
that's
an LSU receiver.
Good call. Want to hear my receiver core in my coaching dynasty league?
Yeah, what's that?
My top 3 receivers are Justin Jefferson, Malik Neighbors, and Brian Thomas.
Oh my goodness! So basically, the dream LSU receiver minus Jamar.
And I got Jerry Jeudy and Zay Flowers on the bench. These guys just didn't draft receivers. I don't know how I got them all.
You just stockpiled all of them.
I don't know how I got them all.
That's insane. That's actually insane.
And so since our head coach, Coach Efton Chisholm, I drafted him in our last round. And I was like, tried to trade something absurd for him. He
Yeah.
said no.
Dang it.
Damn. Okay. For me, I'm gonna go Jaden Daniels.
Ooh, I like that. I like that because you know
Hope he
what?
takes a leap.
A lot of people don't really think about the QB for Offense Player of the Year because so often they just immediately are like, "Oh, best QB is going to get MVP." But I like that because they are eligible. They
Mm-hmm.
are eligible, so that's a good one. All right, finally the MVP.
Oh, it's up to me.
Yep,
Joe Burrow. I'm
Joe Burrow.
calling
I
it.
feel like a lot of people are saying Burrow right now, which I ain't mad about, obviously.
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold, Sammy D. Yeah, that's actually where I'm from. I really like the Burrow pick actually. And if I wasn't afraid of picking him for the same reason I'm afraid of picking Chase for Offense Player of the Year, I absolutely would. I actually, in a
I'm gonna grab a
pardon me.
quick water. You take
Yeah,
your
you're
pick.
good. You're good. Yeah. I think objectively speaking, I think Burrow's probably in a spot where he's pretty likely to win MVP. I don't want to jinx him. I kind of want to do a little reverse jinx here. Give me Lamar Jackson to win it again. Heck yeah, let's go. Lamar Jackson, Baltimore Ravens. Actually, you know what? And it's not like this is a terrible pick for one reason. And that's that the media freaking loves Lamar Jackson. Like they want to give this dude all the MVPs. Let's be real. Gave him a very undeserved MVP in 2023, and then ironically, actually, kind of shortchanged him last year when he probably should have won it. So yeah, give me Lamar Jackson here. I think this is a pretty safe bet for MVP, honestly. Again, I hope it's Burrow. I would not be shocked if it's Burrow. I would love it to be Burrow. I even think deep down in my heart, I think Joe Burrow is the MVP. However, I'm the king of the reverse jinx. So I'm gonna try to avoid that. Give me Lamar Jackson for MVP. And you know what? Maybe I reverse jinx Lamar and get the Ravens to fall off. I would not be mad about that.
You chose Lamar B.
I went with Lamar, yeah, which is a little bit of a reverse jinx attempt, but also I feel like going with the safest pick ever. So it's
It
a
is
little
a
bit of
safe
both.
pick.
It's a very safe pick that I'm hoping to reverse jinx. So I'm going 2 for 1 now. But
Lame.
I know. Hey, the reverse jinx element of it adds a special flavor.
I guess.
Yeah. But anyways, on to the games. So we have one game in the books before we get into any picks. Gotta talk about Dallas Philly, which by the way, let me pull this up. Let's see, NFL research. I saw an awesome stat here. Let's see if I can pull it up. NFL research. Punt, maybe? Dang it. Where was it? Oh man, it might be gone. Anyways, point being, the Dallas game, which we already talked a little bit about, went from only scores in the first half to no scores in the second half. The drive summary in it was hilarious. It was like touchdown, field goal, touchdown, field goal, touchdown, field goal, or something in the first half, and then it was like fumble, punt, turnover and downs, end of game for the second half. It was
It really
beautiful.
feels like that UW Cal game, man.
Yeah, Yeah, it was definitely a tale of two halves.
Wind got let out of the sails with that delay, man.
Yep. Definitely a tale of two halves for both teams on offense and defense. To be fair, defensive lines in the second half for both teams were dominated by front. Even Dallas was getting a lot of pressure without Micah on Philly's O line, which I was surprised by. So, I guess if you're Dallas and you want to take a win away from this game, it's that you're still able to rattle Philly's offense a little bit without Mike Parsons.
Yeah, they played an awesome game, man. I mean,
they did. They really did. I think I did not expect a lot from Dallas in this game. I think I was like on the record as like thinking they were going to lose like 31-14.
I did not expect much from Shoddy, but I mean, yeah.
No. And you know what? If CeeDee Lamb could catch literally anything, they probably would have won. But he had one of the worst games of his career, which was really tough. Tough for him, for sure. But, you know,
looked like Ezraku played pretty well.
Yeah, Ezraku was getting some pressure for sure. Or immediately stepping in from Micah Parsons, not exactly a enviable position to be in, but he did it. He held his own for sure. Especially as an undersized edge rusher going against Jordan Mailata. That's not easy.
Yeah. Or Lane Johnson.
Or Lane Johnson on the other side, right? So, I think overall, if you're Dallas, obviously you want to win. And I think they literally, like I said, if CeeDee Lamb could catch anything in the fourth quarter,
they probably would have won.
But I don't know. If you believe in moral victories, this kind of feels like it was a little bit of one at least.
Yeah, it could have been a whole lot worse.
Yeah, and I think we both expected it to be a whole lot worse. So let's call that a win. Did they take off the? Oh, never mind. It's back. That was weird. It looked like they took off the line for the Cincy Cleveland game for a minute, and I was like, "That what? Why?" So let's see here. Anything else from that game? I know you weren't able to watch a good chunk of it, so I'm trying to think. While I confirm that these lines are correct, Washington's down 5.5. Jacksonville 3.5. Denver up to 8.5.
Ooh,
they are playing Tennessee. Oh, San Francisco's down to 1.5. So it's getting closer. Green Bay 1.5. That one went down 2. Like Rams 3.5. Baltimore. Oh wow, they flipped from Buffalo 1.5 to Baltimore 1.5. So that line's flipped, and then Minnesota 1.5. Okay, I got all the lines correct now. All right. So other things from this game. I don't know. I mean, as far as a coaching debut, I thought Brian Schottenheimer did pretty well. I'll say that's my biggest takeaway. Is that he did not look out of his element.
He went for it on that fourth down. Yeah. The Shoddy I remember didn't.
Yeah, no, I was immediately thinking, that's crazy. I was immediately thinking they weren't going to they weren't going to go for it. As soon as it got to 4th and 3, I was like, oh, they're going to punt this and try to get it back. And they went for it. And you know what? If CeeDee,
here's what I thought was going to happen. I thought it was going to be they were just going to try and hard count them off and then punt. Yeah. And they didn't. And they went for it and got it. Because like many Seahawks fans are still scarred by that wild card game at Dallas where we didn't go for it past the 50 on 4th and 2. Yeah. That was Shoddy's doing.
Yep. Should we talk about the worst thing that Jalen Carter's ever done?
Yeah.
I love that tweet. This is definitely the worst thing Jalen Carter's ever done. That was crazy. Yeah, that's man, getting ejected in the first 5 minutes of the first game of the season is crazy. I love how during the lightning delay gave the NBC cameras enough time to find a video of Dak also spitting. So shout out Lightning for that one, giving us the full truth, giving us the full transparency on that one.
That was so stupid.
Yeah, man. I don't know. This I guess a lot of people talked about Jalen Carter having some I don't know, character concerns. I mean, he killed a guy. Not directly. He did not. He never committed murder. To be clear.
Oh. Am I back?
Yeah, you're back now. You're back. I think that was me actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, there totally wasn't anything wrong with Jalen Carter before the draft.
Yeah, no, not at all. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to take away from it because it's sort of like, yeah, we kind of knew this. I mean, he's a good player, but you're gonna get stuff like this every now and again with him. I feel like that's been kind of a red flag on his profile for pretty much ever since he was at Georgia. Yeah, exactly. At least he hasn't gotten behind the wheel of a car, as far as we know recently. Oh no, he left. Did he leave the game? Did anyone check where? Was he driving away? Where'd he go?
I saw like a funny meme: Jalen Carter in the locker room when his teammates come back during the rain delay. That was funny. It was like looking side to side.
Oh wait, how did I forget this one? There was a tweet about Jalen Carter leaving the game early, and it's a video of GTA stunts. Oh man, God. Classic. Hey, speaking of GTA, we got a game in Brazil tomorrow night. How's that for a transition? I don't know.
That's right. I forgot.
Kansas City opens up their AFC title defense against the division rival in the LA Chargers. This game is in Brazil. Also, can I just say something? Losing a home division game to an international series is such a slap in the face. I'm sorry. That's ridiculous. I'm so sorry to the LA Chargers fans, all 17 and a half of them. You deserve better.
Absolutely. That one lady from like 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, the Asian lady. She's probably fucking pissed right now. But here we go. So continuing what we talked about on Tuesday, the path to victory for both these teams here. For me, Kansas City's path to victory. Attack the edges. Attack Trey Pipkins. See if you can move Chris Jones around the defensive line. If you can get Chris Jones lined up on Trey Pipkins, it's over. It's over. Losing Rashawn Slater. Don't get me wrong. Joe Alt is going to do perfectly fine at left tackle. I have no doubt about that.
Bring those beat up nickel blitzes that Spagnuolo likes so much, and on Pipkin's side, and they're gonna be feeling it tomorrow the next day.
Yeah. So Chargers offensive line immediately becomes extremely suspect. And they're not going up against the defense you want to have a suspect offensive line against, that's for sure. Chiefs offensively, I mean, it's kind of like it's been for the past 2 years. Just do just enough. As far as the Chargers go here, path to victory, I almost feel like, you want to neutralize the pass rush as much as possible. So get the run game going if you can. Force feed Hampton. You know Jim Harbaugh is going to want to do that anyways. Screen game is going to be important. They have good tackling linebackers, but if they can get them open in space, they just got to get their guys open in space. And defensively, I don't know. Chiefs offense doesn't really scare you anymore, which is insane considering who the quarterback is. But it's also Matt Nagy offense, so you always have to remember that. What about you?
For me, control the game, right, with your running game. Running game combats a good blitzing defense, right? They're going to not be as gap sound if they're blitzing a lot. Get those third and shorts, right? Third and manageable. And that's what Harbaugh wants to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now having a strong running game is going to help it on help Pipkins too. It'll help him out too.
Mm-hmm.
So have your run game working, and that'll make everything else work because you can move the pocket on keepers, right? And that'll change launch points for defensive linemen. So do everything you can to dictate the game pace and neutralize the blitz.
Mm-hmm. With that said, and you kind of already touched on your KC keys to victory too with the B gap, yeah. With that said, I'm going with the Kings of not covering to not cover. Give me the Chargers to cover here. Chiefs win, Chargers cover.
I'm cool with that. Yeah, it's gonna be a tight game. If there's gonna be a great if man moment in this one.
Yep. Tampa, Atlanta, or Tampa going on the road to ATL.
That's a homecoming. Wait, no, it's not a homecoming. Damn it.
No, it's not. It's
The
other
reverse would
variation
be a
B.
homecoming.
The
Yeah.
reverse would be up. Where Penix in his first week 1 action is taking on the defending NFC South champs, Baker Mayfield and the Falcons. What are your keys to victory for both teams in this one?
I think air it out for the Falcons. You're up against a pretty weak secondary right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it's going to be a shootout. So you got a match point for point, right? Two not great defenses going up against each other.
Yes.
And I just got to get it out because Todd Bowles likes to blitz, right?
Mm-hmm.
So quick game, hot reads going to be important. Hopefully there's no Husky on Husky crime with Vita Vea and Mike Penix.
Yes. For me, for Atlanta specifically, if there's a path to them winning, if there's one thing that since Baker Mayfield's gotten Tampa, if there's been one weakness in its game, it's been that he is still pretty turnover prone. He is still good for a couple interceptions. And they have one of the best turnover artists in the league in Jesse Bates come back.
I miss you.
I miss you. So if Jesse Bates is able to impact this game, and Tampa gets involved early, and he gets involved early, then all of a sudden you're looking at a path for really, really potentially Atlanta to kind of run away with this one.
This is one I'm going to be watching for sure during my coaches meeting.
Yeah. As far as Tampa goes, avoid the turnover, obviously. You could say that for every team in the league this weekend, but definitely avoid turnovers. If Baker plays a clean game, I don't see them losing, period. I just think their offense is so dynamic, and Atlanta's defense is so suspect in so many areas. But Atlanta did sweep them last year, so fun fact there. So anyways, you're up. How are you feeling? Tampa 1.5. What's your pick?
How about this? I'm going to go Atlanta. Give me Mike with points, baby.
Mike with points.
I want to say this, just to not get so bogged down. How about one of us do keys for separate teams?
Fair. Oh yeah, one of us does one team, the other does the other. How about that?
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. We'll figure out how we want to split that up. I'm gonna go Tampa though. I just think they're a way better team. I think they're a sneaky Super Bowl contender.
I don't think that defense is up to par right now, man. I'm not seeing too many pieces. What do you see on their defense other than Vita?
I don't see much on their defense, to be clear. But Todd Bowles' defenses are generally really well coached, so
they gamble. They gamble.
Yeah. Cincinnati, Cleveland.
Oh boy! You take the floor.
I'll take the Bengals keys to victory here for sure. So, how about we'll flip off who gets to pick which team they call keys to victory for. So I'll take this one. And on our teams, we'll obviously.
Of course, yeah.
Cincinnati. Oh boy. You have not won in week 1 since 2021. By the way, 2021 is also the only time you've won in week 1 since 2018. We're going almost a decade with one win in week 1. That's the entire Zach Taylor regime, by the way. And a lot of those week 1 losses, no, I was gonna say a lot of those week 1 losses weren't even competitive. That's actually a lie. Only one of them, 2023 Cleveland, was really a blowout. The rest, I think, were all one possession losses, if I remember correctly. This isn't a key to victory. This is a key to the season. Beat the freaking Browns, dude. I mean, come on. The Browns are going to be one of the bottom 3 teams in football this year, most likely. Bottom 3, 4, 5 teams in football. If you lose to the Browns this week, it's not even me putting a death knell in the season because I wouldn't be surprised. I would just be so disappointed after all offseason. They've talked about starting hot. Your offense is in the middle of a bunch of contract disputes like you were last year. Defensively, Trey Hendrickson was in a contract dispute, but that got settled 2 weeks ago. Shamar Stewart was in a contract dispute that got settled a month ago. So, a month and a half ago at this point. This point being, you have no freaking excuses this year. If you can't put up in week 1, Zach Taylor, you're the problem. Of course, I'm picking Cleveland, but we'll get to that in a minute. Keys to victory for Cincinnati in this one. If there's a strength on this Browns team, it's going to be their pass rush. And your offensive line is supposed to be very much improved. Dylan Fairchild looks great. You have a good tackle tandem, good center. Lucas Patrick, suspect, but at least you got Dalton Reisner as some depth now on the offensive line. So you should hold up against that pass rush better than you have in years past. At the same time, you've got freaking Superman at receiver in Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Just get the ball out quick. Like you did when you went to Cleveland last year and beat them. What'd you do? You got the ball out quick. Offense didn't even have a great day that game, by the way. It's not like they played awesome. And I just forgot to change the banner. Here we go. Cincinnati, Cleveland. They forgot they didn't have like a banner day or anything. They still won comfortably because A, Cleveland's that bad, so you shouldn't be losing to them. Period. And B, that's how you're going to beat them. If you can't stop their pass rush, which a lot of the times they can't, just get the ball out fast and let your all-world receivers make a guy miss in space. Guess what? Jamar Chase is really freaking good at that. So, what's my key to victory? Defensively, pray. You're going against the Browns, so just pray the night before. You suck. They suck. Pray that you suck less. Offensively, there you go. There's a good one. Offensively, get the ball out fast. Get Chase Brown, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Yosavash. Get those guys open in space. Get them the ball. And you're going to be fine. That said, I'm going to pick the Browns. But we'll get to that in a second. What are your keys to victory for Cleveland?
Take the ball out of the quarterback's hand for Cleveland, whoever it may be, and get after the quarterback. Play sticky coverage, allow that front four to get home. We'll see if Mason Graham's in shape.
Yep. With that being said, my pick is still Cleveland because until I see it, I'm never going to pick the Bengals in week 1.
Yeah, I got to agree with you there, especially after last year. I got proven wrong there. Yep. You're the one saying
they could lose and not, or they could win and not cover.
Mm-hmm.
Like they could win by 3 and I'll be happy, but still get the win because they didn't cover. So, all right, I know I got a little long-winded there. It's the Bengals though, so I promise that's the only time I will. Indy, Miami. Which team do you want to take?
I'm gonna take. I'll take Indy.
All right. Floor's yours.
Have Daniel Jones not lose you the game. You got a good defense. You have a good running game. Just like Cleveland. Take the game out of Daniel Jones' hand. Captain Daniel Jones, might I add.
Captain Daniel Jones.
You see the desire for him.
I did.
Oh,
I did,
so
yep.
Good. You have a good enough team that you should be fine against Miami. You really do. Shane Steichen, don't make Daniel Jones have to win it for you.
For Miami, and I know this. Lou Anarumo defense. The Lou Anarumo defense is actually uniquely pretty good at beating this type of offense because it's so zone heavy that you're not getting caught up on having to cover Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle across the field.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go to the underneath stuff and have to make their linebackers come up and tackle, their DBs come up and tackle, that's where I think you can beat them. So for Miami, I know it's kind of the same thing I said with Cincinnati, but crossers, quick game, just get that stuff going. That Miami motion, the Miami motion could really eat that defense alive if they're not playing disciplined. Which week 1, a lot of them won't be. So that's honestly Miami. Key to victory for you guys: do what you do, but do it quick, do it fast. Which it's the Dolphins, so I think they'll be okay on that. Well, who's your pick in this one?
I'm going to take Miami just because they're the underdog. I'm not confident enough in either of them to, so I'll take the points.
Yeah, I think both these teams are going to be bad, so I'm also with you. Also, Indianapolis, by the way, hasn't won in week 1 since like 2013.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Insane stretch. So, yeah, no, I'm going to take the points in this one too. I think they're both going to be bad, though, so I'm not tripping either way. Vegas and New England. Here we go. I get to pick who I want to call out. You know what? I'll give you your boy Pete. I'll take the Pats.
Okay.
So for the Patriots, obviously, this is Drake May's first week 1 start. A lot of expectations being put on them. Their win-loss total, by the way, is way higher than I think most people would expect it to be on most sports books. You're dropping points here. Pretty comfortable. I'm 2.5. It's not comfortable, but it's not like a pick. I'm like, I think most people expect you to win this one. I'm hearing a lot of people call you dark horse playoff team. First and foremost, Mike Vrabel. Lean on your running backs. Lean on the things that have gotten you where you are. Lean on Travion Henderson, Ramondre Stevenson. Keep that backfield committee approach going. Make this job as easy as possible for Drake May. I think New England's offensive line, while improved with Will Campbell and Morgan Moses, still worries me a little bit, especially on the interior. So don't let him drop back against Max Crosby 40 times. Put the ball in your running back's hands. Let them try to take over this game as much as possible. That's gonna be my key to victory for New England there.
Play big boy football, right? You got 2 stud tight ends, good rookie quarterback, team that's pretty cool in play action, right? Under center, 12 personnel, baby. Just mash. Go out and mash the deep ball to Thornton. It's a really... I don't know how I feel about the Raiders defense, right? Other than Max Crosby, I don't really know what we have there. So play Pete ball, right? Do what you wanted to do, Pete, since he's talked about it so much, but he's probably do something stupid. Like, this could very well be like that 2022 opener against the Rams, where we got whooped, and Pete was like, wow, we didn't expect them to want it this bad. It's like, it's an NFL game, you idiot.
That's a rough thing to say after a game, man. Like, period.
That one pissed me off so much. That one was the beginning of the end for Pete.
That's right.
Because, they felt so big after, making the playoffs the year before, and then got absolutely their asses kicked by a not great Rams team.
Mm-hmm.
But like other Pete Carroll week 1 games have been pretty good. So it's like, right. I have no idea what to expect here. I have zero idea what to expect here. So play Pete. Yeah. And then for picks, are you up first or not?
Yeah, I'm up for picks, yeah. One thing you said there actually kind of stuck with me. It's that Pete week 1 usually does pretty good. And also, historically, Vrabel week 1 does not do so great. I remember, I think it was 2021, just stands out to me. And this was the year, by the way, the Titans were the 1 seed in the AFC. They lost like 40-6 to Arizona in week 1.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
So I think week 1 historically, Vrabel's kind of struggled while Pete's done pretty well. 2023 notwithstanding. So give me the
22,
Raiders with the
22.
points here. Or 20. No, that was 23, I think, with the Puka Nakua breakout game.
That was 22.
Oh, was it 22? Okay. No, Puka was drafted in 23. Are we thinking of the same game? Was it the Puka Nakua game?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Puka was drafted in 23.
Pretty sure. Let me check this out. Was that really in 2023?
Yeah, I think that was Pete's last year.
Jeez, you're right. I thought that was the year before Pete's last. Damn. No, you're right.
Yeah.
Damn.
Also, 2022 was the Rams Super Bowl defense. So week 1, they were playing at home against Buffalo on Thursday night.
You're right. Yep. Damn. Yeah. So that really was the beginning of the end. I talked about that so much because Seahawks fans brought up that game on Twitter today.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's something funny, though?
I remember watching that one.
You know something funny, though, just about the Seahawks? I'm sorry to just go off on a tangent.
No, you're good.
But Doug Baldwin and Brandon Browner were arguing on Instagram comments today. It's like, first of all, I didn't know Brandon Browner's out of jail. But two, it's like, what made that team so different is they all hated each other, and they still do. They were a different kind of breed that's not in the NFL anymore today, man. Those guys were freaking crazy. They all freaking hated each other. Pete's best coaching job was keeping that locker room together, that's for sure. But I just thought it was funny. It was like the Unks still going at it basketball meme, right? Of those old guys going up against each other and yelling at each other. You know, the classic Marshawn Lattimore, Mike Evans one. That's kind of what it felt like with Doug Baldwin and Brandon Browner arguing on Instagram comments. Because Doug Baldwin was like, the receivers won those battles in the LOB days in practice, and Brandon Browner was like, oh no. It's like, I think I tend to believe Brandon Browner there.
Yeah.
As good as Doug Baldwin was, going up against one of the greatest secondaries of all time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's tough. Against the offense that was generally, not bad, but pretty inconsistent, if we're being honest.
Yes. You could say pedestrian. Doug Baldwin has still not let that one go. He still has. These guys have such. That's the thing about that Seahawks team. That entire team, almost everybody, I'd say maybe everybody, had huge ass chips on their shoulders that they still haven't let go. They still haven't let it go, man. Those guys were crazy.
Man, to think they were a play away from potentially being a dynasty. Instead, they only got one.
Yeah. Don't bring it up. I've tucked those feelings deep inside my brain.
All right,
I don't want those to come out.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's time for my pick.
At least you have one.
That is true. I'm very happy for it.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna take Las Vegas as well, because I think solely because I think that the Patriots have a lot more younger guys that they need to step up, and first NFL game, it's pretty tough for rookies to step up. So I get a little worried early season with a pretty rookie heavy team. Did anyone pick up Braden Swinson, by the way?
Yeah, he's back on the Pats practice squad.
Jeez, we got that one wrong.
Yeah. He might still be good. I mean, getting cut in a practice squad doesn't mean you suck right away. Just could mean he needs to develop a little bit more. Definitely not going to be a year one contributor, though.
Well, I mean, we got it wrong in that we thought he was a stud year one.
Oh, yeah. No, that's true. Okay, New Orleans, Arizona. Who do you want to give East of victory
I'll do the Cards.
Okay. Go ahead, then.
Don't, have Kyler Murray give him a good game plan to gain confidence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have a solid game plan, play your good brand of defense. You don't have to get James Conner kind of tread on the tire already, right? You should win this game. Get out healthy.
Mm-hmm. Is it bad that the Saints' key to victory is lose?
No.
Key to victory.
Dude, their OC being Garrett Nussmeier's dad, that's a conflict of interest right there. He's going to call
Crash.
this.
Hey, I got it. Crash the bus for Nuss.
Oh, there we go. He's going to have a horrible game plan all season, man. He wants his son.
Yeah, that's the biggest conflict of interest ever, dude. It's actually insane. I guess Shadur being Dion's QB was also kind of conflict of interest, but whatever, it happens.
Yeah.
Speaking seriously though, New Orleans. I think the entire world is expecting Arizona to roll their helmet out and you to just bend over backwards for them. Just play physical, play fast, be free.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's not a lot of expectations. I think about like when Cincinnati went to Seattle week 1, 2019, with zero expectations. The whole world knew y'all were tanking. And you were, to be clear. And they almost went into the Seahawks didn't win the West that year. They almost went into Seattle, who was
They gave them a
playoff team
game
of the year, and they almost won, man. They almost won. I think they were like a Randy Bullock missed field goal, like away from a win in that one. So just play fast, free, get fun with the playbook, have some fun, you know.
Yeah, I mean, what you got to lose, right?
Exactly. You have nothing to lose, so don't play tight, don't play tense. Spencer Rattler, air it out. You know what worst thing you do? You throw a pick. Cool. You're probably getting replaced next year, anyways, dog.
Yeah, and you're probably gonna throw a lot of them anyways. Might as well start.
So,
like, what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose,
exactly.
Spencer
And
Rattler?
honestly, that what do you have to lose mindset
Dangerous.
genuinely is such a big thing for helping teams like that suck.
It's so
pull off
dangerous.
upsets.
It's so dangerous. There's nothing more dangerous than a man with nothing to lose.
Yeah. All right, who are you picking this one? Arizona
Give
-6.5.
me the Cards.
You know what? I know you make fun of me for the Arizona brain, but I think the Saints cover this one. I just think about how the Saints.
You know,
they ain't gonna win. I want to make something clear. They ain't gonna win.
Yeah, you know, I kind of regret this just because it's week 1 sloppiness that I think the Saints might cover.
Week 1 is weird. Arizona actually usually plays pretty well in week 1, so we do have to factor that in. But week 1 is weird. There's not really a game plan out there for Doug Nussmeier offense right now. Now Kellen Moore is going to be the one calling the plays, and there is a game plan for that. But still,
that's how you're protected. That's how you're protected from the conflict of interest right there. Kellen Moore calls plays. Damn it.
Like I said, Saints are probably going to be playing fast and free. And I remember the Saints almost beat the Commanders last year with Spencer Rattler QB. So they are, I think they're going to be bad, but they're going to be scrappy bad, I think. And I think they're going to be well coached. So give me the Saints to cover, but I do think the Cards pull it out.
Mm-hmm.
Steelers, Jets. Aaron Rodgers versus Justin Fields on opposite sidelines this time.
Him.
Give me the Jets because I want to talk about him. I do know so much more about the Steelers, though. Maybe I should talk about the Steelers.
Yeah, you
know what? I'll talk about the Steelers. Let's talk about the Steelers, man, because I just love these guys. Me from 2015 would hate me from 2025 for saying that. But anyways, so Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh, boy. What's even talk about with you? Offense or defensively, I should say. You're going to be fine. I mean, come on. Just get pressure on Justin Fields. Keep a spy in so that he can't beat you with his legs. If the Jets are going to win this game, it's going to be because Justin Fields was beating you with his legs, which there is a recipe to beat the Steelers defense with a mobile quarterback. Just look at Lamar Jackson last year. So just keep Patrick Queen as a spy. Don't let him leave, period. Man up on all the Jets receivers with, your 87-year-old corners, Jalen Ramsey and Darius Slay. And then offensively, score 16 points, and you'll be fine. Yeah, that's it for Pittsburgh. Score 16, and you'll be fine.
Hmm. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say. Oh gosh, I just don't know much about these Jets.
There's a lot of turnover here because it's a new coach, new offensive and defensive systems, new quarterback, obviously. It's a lot of turnover.
I'm gonna say play physical. Right, you got a new defensive coach going up against an all-time great who's kind of lost his legs. Right, get in DK's head. Be really sticky in coverage. I'd say. I think that's my key. Right, Aaron
Mhm.
Rodgers can get it out quick, so it's gonna be tough to harass him.
Yep.
Be sticky in coverage. Be real sticky in coverage is what I'd say, and then limit the pass rush. Right, so
It's
that
not
means
like the Steelers receivers are like all world or anything like that either.
no. And if you get in DK's head, he'll crack. Then you don't got much left on offense. Um, and then limit their pass rush, right? TJ Watt coming off not a great year. Alex Heisman's still a good player, still a great defense. Um, so classic things: quick passes, screens, and the run game. Really important. You've invested a lot into that O line. Let's see if it pays off.
Yep. For my pick, Jets breaking in a new coach, give me the Steelers, and I think they cover. And I genuinely, when I wasn't kidding when I said I think this game's gonna be like 16-13 Steelers.
Yeah, it's gonna be yucky. But Rodgers was petty as hell, and he's going to want this one bad. He's going to go on for victory. I'm going to take the Jets as well. Or not Jets. I'm still in last year with Rodgers with the
Steelers. I
Jets.
know what you
Steelers.
mean. I know what you mean. Yeah. Okay. Washington and New York. Who do you want?
I'm going to go with the Giants. My boy
All
Russ.
right. Okay. Take it away, my friend.
Um, get after Jaden Daniels. Harass
Yes.
him. He can
Mm-hmm.
get rattled into making dumb choices,
Yeah.
especially when he runs the ball. Right. So get
And
after it.
also to chime in, I don't want to steal your thunder. If there's a weakness this Washington offense, it's the O line. If there's a
Oh
strength
yeah.
on New York, it's the D line.
Oh yeah. So just harass the hell out of Jaden Daniels. Get into his head. And then for the defense, fun matchup here with Russ against Bobby. That's always
Uh
going to
huh.
be fun. Very competitive. You got weapons on offense, man. Just mix it up, right? You got Kyron Tracy, you got Malik Neighbors. Strong play action, and then deep ball. Russ Wilson moon ball.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, if he's your offensive player of the year, he's got to have a big game.
Yep. Yep. Get to neighbors. Get to neighbors. Um. For Washington here. So yes, I think their O line against the New York D line, that's a mismatch in favor of New York. You do not love that. I do think you can move the ball on the secondary though. And you've invested obviously a lot in Terry McLaurin. You trade for Debo Samuel, who you're not going to use as a typical receiver, obviously. But Noah Brown's still there. Like you've still got weapons. Obviously, in a perfect world, Zach Ertz isn't as big of a contributor as he was last year, but we don't live in a perfect world. He probably will be. So just get the ball out fast. I know I've said that for like 3 teams now, but if you get the ball out fast, try to neutralize their pass rush. You've got a bunch of like fast. I don't know if Austin Eckler's necessarily fast anymore, but running backs that can do a lot in space. So get it to Krosky Merritt, get it to Austin Eckler, get it to Chris Rodriguez, guys like that. If you're able to get them out in space in the screen game, just try to neutralize their pass rush as much as possible. And defensively, just don't get beat by the moon ball. If you keep everything in front of you, come up and tackle, I think you'll be okay in this one.
Cliff's going to be in his bag for this one. He's going to be in
Yeah.
his bag for this one. He's going
Yep.
to pull out lots of tricks to limit that pass rush. He likes perimeter screens. He likes his read
Yes, he
option.
does.
He's going to be in his bag.
Yes, he does. All right. Who's your pick?
I'm going to go Giants to cover. Not like that. Really ferocious pass rush in week one interests me.
Yes. Yeah. And it's usually offense is sloppier in week one than defense is. I tend to agree with you, actually. I think it's a big spread. I still think Washington wins, but that's a big spread
Yeah,
for
it's
week
a little
one.
big for week one.
Yeah. Carolina, Jacksonville. I'll take my guy Bryce. I'll take my
All
guy
right.
Bryce here. For Panthers. Oh man. We're out Travis Hunter. Just try to when he's out there on offense. Not that we're running a bound and gate situation here or anything, because obviously we're not. But rattle him, hit him,
It's
press him,
part of the game. It's part of the
make
game.
him work, make him work. Don't play off coverage or anything. Get J.C. Horn up in his face, up in his grill, press coverage, lock him down, make him work so that he can't contribute as much on defense. That's part of it. Not injuries. It's not bounty gate. Make it tired gate. Tire him out gate. That's what we're working on here. Tire him out gate. So that's one. Take Travis Hunter out of the game. Honestly, take Travis Hunter out of the game, and all of a sudden, literally, their offense and defense are both immediately worse. Brian Thomas Jr., he's going to be a tough cover. Definitely shadow coverage over to his side. Jacksonville's offensive line suspect, but your pass rush isn't great. So we'll call that a wash. So just match your DBs up on the receivers. That's the strength of their offense. And then have your linebackers flow to take out ETN as much as possible. That's defensively. Offensively, shoot, man, just get the ground game going as much as possible. This is ironically kind of a flip because Carolina's offense, as much suspect as it has been in the past, their offensive line is pretty good.
Mhm.
Jacksonville's edge rush tandem and Josh Hines Allen and Travon Walker, they can cause some problems for you for sure. So don't let them. Just get that ground game going with your collection of backs. I just realized this is going to be Travis Etienne versus Trevor Etienne. That's fun. Didn't even think about that. So just get the ground game going, get Chuba involved early, hit a deep shot. You can, I think with them without Cisco now in that secondary, you can have some big plays. So hit a deep shot to your boys Coker. I know Coker's hurt for this game. I think Coker's on IR right now, so not Coker. But get T Mac involved early. Yeah, just get the ground game going. Try to take Travon and Hines Allen out of the game, and I think you'll be okay on offense.
My keys for Jacksonville, I would say get up to the quarterback, right? Clog up those passing lanes, especially for short quarterbacks. You're going to be taking deep drops, so you're going to have some pretty good lanes for your edge defenders, right? And then have Travis follow T-Mac. That's a fun matchup, man. It was very
That is
easy
a very
for
fun
Colorado.
matchup.
That's a fun matchup against two freaks. And then stay strong against their running game. But I'd say get after the quarterback, and then shade Travis, and don't play him too much on offense. I'm sorry, but you need him on defense.
I'm afraid
Unpopular
to say
take,
they've
but
already listed him as starters on offense and second string on defense.
really?
Yep, that was official today.
Oh my god. What are they doing?
They're already screwing up the keys to victory.
Why
You're right,
are
though.
you
I 100%
doing,
agree with you.
why are you doing that, Liam Cohen? It's so much better on defense. You just have him in for like 15 plays of offense. This is so stupid. This is so stupid. You're ruining his development doing. Oh my god. You can get a receiver who will do what Travis can do for you.
I'm
There's
so glad
not
that I
point.
told you this live on the program. Seeing your
Oh my
reaction right now is
god.
great.
I'm just so DC brained right now.
That's fair.
Here's watching college football and NFL has been awful for me because I'm thinking about coverage drops for linebackers. It's like, oh my god, I'm going crazy. It's like, oh, he did it wall number 3 there. It's like, Jesus Christ, this is what's become of me.
All right, are you good?
No,
Oh, I mean, okay. I mean, are you?
but I'm ready to make my pick.
Okay. Give me Carolina. I think Carolina's gonna be solid this year, and Jacksonville won't be.
I'll take the points. I think it'll be even.
You're
I'm
taking
pretty
the
friendly.
points.
Yeah, I'm pretty friendly to points week 1. I'm
That's fair.
pretty friendly
That's
to
fair.
points.
Denver, Tennessee. Who do you want to pick here?
I don't care. So I'll let you pick since I'm taking Seattle next.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you're taking Seattle next, anyways. Okay, I'll take. You know what? I'll take Tennessee because I think it's a
All
bit more
right.
challenge.
I
So I'll
got
let
the
you go ahead with Denver.
Broncos. All right. Really elite defense right here. Bo
Yes.
Nix hopefully doesn't have a sophomore slump. Didn't really get him any weapons this offseason. Come on. RJ Harvey, whatever. So just continue to just shut them down with their with the defense. They're gonna be tired. They're not used to altitude. Get after Cam Ward. Get after that rookie. He's short. He moves around. He'll be skittish. He'll do something stupid. He'll hold the
You
ball.
say he's short, like he's like Bryce Young height, like he's 6'2".
He's 6'2".
Yeah,
No, I
pretty
thought he was
sure.
6 foot.
Hold on.
He does not look 6'2".
Yeah, 6'2".
No shot. Um,
That's what he's listed at on the Titans website, at least.
well, okay. Maybe he's not short, but he's going to do something stupid. He's going to be skittish and with a really ferocious pass rush.
If you like your 6'4" quarterbacks, he's short.
I don't think. I think he's closer to 6 foot than 6'2".
Anyway, sorry to interrupt you there, though.
No. That was a good interruption. And then like do something stupid like hold the ball in the one hand or make a lazy throw. They're going to get after him. He's going to make mistakes. He's a rookie playing at altitude against, I think, the number 1 defense from last year. So
They were. Yep.
It'll be interesting to
watch. For Tennessee, I mean, shoot, this one's tough. I took Tennessee because I wanted a challenge here, and it's definitely a challenge. Offensively, Brian Callahan, you got to be in your bag in this game, dude. And you are definitely like on fraud watch with what Dan Pitcher was able to do with the Bengals offense after he left. Definitely on fraud watch here. And got to be in your bag today, man. Cam Ward cannot play lazy, cannot be making mistakes. He's got the arm talent to make awesome throws.
He's an altitude. He's an altitude. He can whip it.
Yeah, he absolutely can. So limit the mistakes. Hold on to the ball. You know, if you feel pressure, don't be afraid to tuck it or throw it away. Whatever. Just don't try to play hero ball. That's the thing. Titan Cam Ward. Here's my key to victory. I'm gonna forget the Titans defense because the Titans defense is solid. I think they can be okay against the Broncos offense. Honestly, just depends what type of game Bo Nix has. With the Titans offense, though, this is a message to Cam Ward: do not try to play hero ball. This is not Georgia Tech. This is not Syracuse. I say Georgia Tech and Syracuse. They lost both those games last year, so maybe those aren't the best examples. This isn't the ACC anymore. This isn't the Pac-12 anymore. Washington State. It's the number one
in
the
this
league.
Isn't where whatever conference
Incarnate Word
plays
is.
in.
Yeah. So do not play hero ball. Take what the defense is willing to give you, and do not throw something into double coverage just because you think you've got a matchup. Because you're on the Tennessee Titans. You do not have a matchup. This is going to sound crazy, but take a sack. Take a sack every now and again. It's better than trying to chuck something up and make something happen. Some quarterbacks are Joe Burrow, some quarterbacks are not, and you are not. So, take what the defense gives you. Don't play hero ball. Don't screw around. That still might not be enough to win, but it'll be enough to keep it close. And if a game's close in the NFL, any given Sunday at that point.
Yes, sir.
So, you're picking first.
I think Cam Moore is going to have a lot on his plate against that defense. It might be not rude awakening, but a baptism by fire.
Yeah.
And I'm very hesitant with the 8.5 spread in week 1.
Oh, never mind. I was already plugging it in.
But
okay.
At altitude against the number 1 defense, really good pass rush. I'm going to pick the Broncos.
Yeah. Part of me wants to pick the Titans just because Bronco fans on Twitter. Just getting a little too big. Getting a little too big for the britches, I think. But as far as the week 1 game goes, I mean, this is about as good as a matchup as you could ask for them. Yeah, like you said, it's probably going to be a baptism by fire for Cam Ward. I think this is probably the game where he learns to not try to be Superman on every single play. And I think he learns that in the late third quarter when he throws a pick 6 on a play where he should have just thrown the ball away. Give me the Broncos to cover here. And I know you're going to pick Seattle, so I'll just pretend and say I'm picking San Francisco just because love of the game here.
All right.
Niners, 1.5 going to Seattle.
You take the floor. Take the floor.
Yeah. I know you're going to talk for a while, so I'll be fast with this. Keys for the Niners here: get out of the game healthy. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And that's the trouble for you guys usually. Let's see what else. Defensively, play short stuff. You know, Sam Darnold's got a pretty good arm, but Clint Kubiak's offense isn't necessarily predicated on the deep ball.
Mm-hmm.
Cooper Kupp and JSN aren't necessarily like known for their deep threat ability.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say they don't have that, but it's not what they're known for. So don't play deep. Just keep everything in front of you on the short stuff. Make them beat you on like a 10, 12 play drive, because that's where you can find success, I think, against an offense like Kubiak's offense. So that's offensively. Or sorry, that's defensively. Offensively, Sabermetrics DFS.
Is that daily fantasy something?
I have
Sabermetric.
no idea.
Sabermetrics what?
Is it possible? I have no. I'll get to that.
Clarify.
Yeah, clarify in the comments. Offensively, no statistics. I'll Google this while you're talking about Seattle. But
like Sabermetrics on like the defense or something, like for baseball. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, Sabermetrics is a baseball term, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I'll Google this while you're talking about Seattle. I'm just going to finish.
Well, I actually have an interesting answer for this one if you ask. Because I took a lot of stats classes. So are you talking closer like PFF, basically? Are you talking about like PFF scores?
Sabermetrics DFS.
So when it comes to football advanced analytics, I always like to say that it is a tool in your toolkit for evaluating players, but it is not the only thing you use, right? You know, it's kind of a cliche, but people always say football is the ultimate team sport, and I totally agree, because it's very hard to measure one player on their own compared to baseball, right? What?
Sabermetrics. I think I have material useful, but I can't. I can't program either, so no judgment here.
I've done some R. I've done some R. So I always take any kind of advanced analytics for football. Winning with outliers. What kind of outliers? Are you talking about players?
Such an interesting discussion, actually. Did not expect this to break out. This is fun.
What? I don't know what you mean by that. Winning with outliers all at once.
Based upon players getting their number called, so to speak. Right. Well, yeah, that's DFS, daily fantasy, right? So it's basically, I mean, you're basically, it's predicated on outliers because, like, yeah. Okay,
are we talking about, I hate the word meta for
No, but
sports.
it's fair as an argument. More broad sense. What a meta is considered. Touchdowns are valuable too. So yeah, you do have to like think about like
Are we talking about like daily fantasy sports?
yeah. That's what he's talking about. That's what DFS
I
is.
have zero interest in this. Sorry, I think it's stupid. I hate fantasy football. So, I like the game on the field, not a game beyond the field.
Found no
Talk to me about
parameters.
X's and O's and stat patterns.
Unfortunately,
Is this one of your students or is this a scammer?
I have no idea. I have no
I'm
idea.
just starting to think it's a scammer. Uh, oh, sorry. Okay, never mind. Never
No, you
mind.
don't gotta apologize for anything. It's actually an
If you're
interesting
a real person, no, it's
conversation.
interesting. I'm trying to be mean. I'm just from my intellectual snobbiness. I apologize.
It's actually a really interesting
It is an
conversation to bring
interesting
up.
conversation, but it was just I was pretty confused.
Yeah,
Personally, do with what you want. Do with your money with what you want. I think it's very hard to use any kind of stats for football compared to baseball.
and one thing you actually brought up really well here, Lacey. Yeah, based on best overall, but theoretically currently, so asking around. That's fair. That's fair. I'm not a programmer, so I don't know. And I think it's especially hard to program for outliers because it's like, oh yeah, Jamar Chase is likely to score a touchdown on Sunday. Okay, Joe Schmo can tell you that. I don't know if freaking Tanner Hudson's gonna get a touchdown. He could. Um, Luck based draw with a dash of talent, and that's kind of what I'm arguing. It's like I'm not in the
So
Bengals like
here's what I would
game
say.
planning room, so I don't know if Tanner Hudson's gonna get the call on the goal line.
Here's what I would say to you. The NFL at its core is a very matchup driven league.
Right.
Don't fall into the trap of playing half court tennis when it comes to football, right? So you can't
Mm.
just be looking at offensive players. You have to be looking at week by week, team by team matchups, and it's going beyond player versus player. It's how teams play. Um, so I'd be very cautious of half court tennis. I think you fall into a very big trap right there, right? Much more than any other level of football, the NFL is incredibly matchup specific.
Right.
So track
And it's
that,
also
track the
game
skill.
plan specific too, which obviously your game plan's influenced by your matchup,
Yeah,
right? But
yeah. So personally, if you find an edge, that's great. I don't think there's an edge that you're going to find with numbers.
right.
Um, and if you can't find an edge, you're putting your money down a toilet. A lot of large numbers with the sports
Right.
books,
And
man.
I mean, I think to a certain degree over a season you can start to see patterns. Like for like I don't know, use the Broncos as an example. Like if RJ Harvey's getting say this is DFS, say it's like a PPR league or something. If RJ Harvey's getting pretty much all their work as a receiving back, the data will probably tell you that. And if J.K. Dobbins is getting most of the goal line carries, the data will probably tell you that. But you probably won't be able to see those significant trends appear in the data until like week 6 or 7, and I hate that it said 6, 7.
I'll say this right here. Unless you're going super, super, super advanced and tracking splits, tracking where where they're spot dropping on match zones, how much cushion corners are giving to a certain receiver or certain,
Mm-hmm.
you know, unless you're tracking tendencies of offenses. Those numbers are absolutely useless. Letters and players' names. All right, you're pissing your money away. Get out of here.
I don't know if that's what he meant. Combinatory optimization point.
No,
I don't
no,
even know what that means.
you are talking garbage. No,
I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. That
it makes no it doesn't make sense to
combinatorial
me in this.
optimization points crazy. COP. Let's go. Combinatorial optimization point.
So numbers on top of numbers of
I mean, yeah,
names.
sabermetrics is. I think it can be
In
legit.
baseball, in
Well, yeah, in
baseball,
baseball. I'm not saying. I don't think he's wrong. I don't think he's wrong. To be fair, it's tough though. I think in baseball it's a little more
a lot more individual.
consistent. and a
And
lot
it's
more.
an individual, so you're judging individual
Yes,
athletes
that is
that aren't
true.
that don't have influence from the players around them. In football,
That's also true. Like in
another player could
football,
cause a certain player to look bad when it wasn't their fault.
that's true. I mean, there's like for example, like a receiver could have a terrible game because his quarterback couldn't get any blocking from the goal line.
I'm more so talking about defense, especially. You know,
Well, right, but you're not worried about defense.
well, you should be because that's who you're going up against.
Team basically that wasn't supposed to score today. Yeah,
You're
I
not
mean,
gonna, you're
that's
not going to
yeah.
find
When
it
you are betting on
anywhere.
outliers, yeah, you're gonna have to have a little bit of luck. I mean, you're
You're
gonna have
not going to find anything there. You are not finding any kind of edge there. Stick to baseball.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe I'm a
I
hater.
see
I'm
where
a
you're
hater.
both coming. I see
I'm a
where
hater.
both
I'm
sides
a
are coming
hater. I don't know if you haven't followed the pod, but I'm the big hater. I'm the biggest hater, as Kendrick
Yeah,
would
he's
say.
the biggest hater.
I'm a big
He's
hater.
Kendrick over here. I see where you're coming from, BKGJ. I also see where you're coming from, though, Rob. I mean, it makes sense. It's a mix of yes. I think you can use things like sabermetrics and advanced stats and all this to try to find outliers, but at the end of the day, an outlier is an outlier for a reason. It's very matchup based, it's very game plan based, and that's the sort of thing that
Here's the
will
thing.
tell you.
You will never know truly who makes a mistake in football.
That's true. That's fair.
You will never truly know because we don't have access to the playbooks. We don't have access to their calls unless we're listening to the USFL, baby.
That's right.
So stick to DFS for USFL. So that's the tricky thing, right? There's a lot of fog of war in football.
Yeah,
there's a
I
lot
do.
Of fog.
I do think this is a good back and forth, though.
I think it's
interesting. It's a fun conversation to have.
It is a fun conversation. It is a fun conversation.
So shout out BKGJ.
This isn't the sport I do this with. How about that?
That's fair. That's
baseball, fair. Basketball. I mean, sabermetrics is awesome for baseball. That is a very individualized sport. And football, people have tried to do this for 20 years since sabermetrics took off with Billy Dean, and they haven't really cracked the case, right? So, as much as PFF wants to talk about what they are, they keep saying good linebackers suck. So, that's the trap, right? You know, that's the trap you fall into, is with like PFF rating coverage players, is they don't truly know what's going on.
I don't even know what I was about to say for San Francisco. Yeah, that's fair. Standard.
Okay,
standard. Okay, I do know standard sort.
Yeah. Okay. Good though. Nice.
There you go. I know a little bit. I took a stats class.
David, okay. I wish you the best of luck with your DFS. That ain't for me.
Yeah. No, that's fair. We're the exact opposite of DFS. We're both dynasty guys.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, we were long term guys. Long term.
Yeah. Anyways, San Francisco offensively, McDonald defense is tough to scheme against overall. So I'm just kind of thinking like wherever the Bengals been successful when they went up against the Ravens defenses.
For the love of the sport,
right.
exactly.
That's what it's all for. That's what it's all for. McDonald defense in general is just tough to beat. I think the way that you beat it is just.
Want me to give you the answer in my opinion?
Sure. Okay. Go ahead.
You got to go heavy.
Yeah.
Stick to running the ball.
Actually, okay. You know what? I think the worst game I've ever seen from a McDonald defense was probably 2023 Ravens against the Rams. I think a lot of that sort of like McVay, and I mean, kind of Shanahan, but then Shanahan sucked against the.
What the McVay defense is really good at is cutting crossers, and Shanahan loves that stuff.
So
that's why Shanahan looked way worse than McVay.
Yeah.
And want to hear the funny thing? Want to hear the funny thing though?
Yeah.
Dude from McVay's camp after that game said this about McDonald: he's never faced a defense that has gotten him as good as McDonald did. So that's funny that you say the worst game he played, McVay was like, "Holy shit, this guy got me."
Yeah, They scored like 30 plus.
I know. Which isn't that crazy? Because they didn't play great. They really didn't play great, but like that's what McVay said.
Yeah. You know what? San Francisco's keys to on offense is just, I don't know. Hope McCaffrey's healthy, man. I'm sorry. I don't see a lot of bright spots on this offense right now. But defensively, I think you can get the Seattle offense with what they have out there. So keep it low scoring and yeah, keep it low scoring. That's key to San Francisco. Anyways, I've delayed long enough. Go ahead and talk about Seattle. I know you've been wanting to.
Yeah, I've been chomping on the bit for this one. So my key for the game is be ready to play big boy football, right? Be ready to get in 22 personnel, baby. Getting out there and just jam it down. What's funny is, Grant Cohn said it like a couple weeks, like after the Seahawks Chiefs game, is that we were out Shanahaning Shanahan with our offensive system because Shanahan's gone away from that a bit with Purdy and airing it out more and having more shotgun than your center, which I found funny. So out Shanahan, and playing big boy football is both sides, right? Probably one of the weakest parts is against heavy sets, right? Because McVay or McDonald wants to get into his nickel, his dime, and throw out there some crazy sims, and you can't really do that against a heavy set. So get them out of that heavy set, right? Force them into third and longs. That's when the fun stuff comes. That's where the animals come out to play, is in third and long. So that's my keys.
All right. And I think I'm up for the pick. Give me Seattle. I'm getting points home, and I've already said I think the Seahawks win the West this year. So
I really hope this is like that Seahawks-Rams game, whereas the Seahawks come out and play tough. They're young and hungry. Niners are old and weary. What's kind of funny is the Seahawks are kind of the opposite of the Niners with kind of how their roster is looking out, right? Seahawks got a lot of depth everywhere, but not really a true blue chipper, whereas the Niners have some blue chippers, but zero depth behind them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. I'm really interested to see what Christian McCaffrey looks like. I think how he looks is definitely a big key to the game. I'm taking the Seahawks, baby. I believe.
There you go. Packers Lions. Ooh, this is a fun one both ways. Who you want to go for?
I'll honor my father and take the Lions.
All right, go ahead.
Keep the game. Keep your identity going. Be tough. Be mean. Go out there. Go to your hated rivals and go steal a win. Not steal, but go force a win.
Mm-hmm.
2 new coordinators, so communicate well, right? See, that's kind of a unique perspective I got now, right? That sideline communication is so big. So be together in that. Be clean. Minimize the mistakes of new coordinators, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think for Green Bay, trading Kenny Clark's going to hurt your run defense, which already wasn't necessarily a strength. So load up on the interior and let your monsters on the outside and Gary and Parsons try to win your matchups on the outside. Secondary, you'll be fine. Your corners aren't great, but you got Xavier McKinney patrolling back there. You got a good safety tandem. So obviously play a lot of zone. Offensively, test Detroit. They got a new DC out there with not any experience as a DC as far as I'm aware. So test them a little bit.
None.
Yeah. So test them a little bit. Play around, get Josh Jacobs involved early, and see.
Honestly, what I do is I do some tempo. I do some series with some tempo. Really try to get that DC off his feet. Get him have his one thing. Our staff has been saying a lot. When we've been times when he's struggling, we say, "Man, my head was spinning. Make his head spin." God, I feel that's like. Fair. Do I sound like a douche when I'm like, when I?
No, you're good. No, you're good. One thing I will say, when I say get Josh Jacobs involved early, I don't mean to move away from tempo. I mean that more so.
And that's not no. and run game is totally fit in tempo, right? It's just
Well,
getting
yeah.
to the line quick and not subbing.
One thing I will say, and one of the most demoralizing things on defense is when you can't stop the run. Like if you're
Absolutely.
giving up 5-6 yards a carry, it doesn't feel like you can do anything. So
Absolutely.
if they can get Josh Jacobs rolling early against interior defensive line that's banged up already, and it's for week one, and then the Packers receivers, well aware, I think most fans are, that they're not exactly the strength of the team. Just try to get them involved, but make Josh Jacobs the focal point. I think you'll be okay. But like you said, tempo's going to be important too. But anyways, who's your pick for this one?
Oh, this is going to be such a fun game.
It is. Too bad Tom Brady's calling it.
I'm going to take Green Bay.
Dang it, man! I thought I was going to get you. I'm also going to take Green Bay.
I've lost some faith in the Lions right now. Trotting out
I
two
think
new
by
coordinators.
2 new coordinators in week one's tough. I think by like week 4 or 5 they'll be fine. But
by the way, I totally forgot to mention this because I was going to mention this during our Seahawks thing, but then we got totally off the rails right before.
Yeah, right.
Big Seahawks news today. Did you catch it?
Abe Lucas extension. Yeah.
Abe Lucas extension. For $15 million a year, I'll take it. They got the best info on anything on his injury stuff, right? I mean, if he has a great year,
true.
which he very well could be, it's be a lot more than $15 million after what Dan Moore got.
Right.
So hey, why not? But what's funny about that is Rob Staten flew into Seattle today. So like in the late afternoons, text him, just got off the plane, happy to see that Abe Lucas got extended. It's a little late to that one, Rob, but he's here for the Seahawks game, and he's coming to the Husky game.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
I remember the last time he went to the Husky game, it was the first or second game of the 23 year, and he got a tour of the Husky facility. And one thing he kept saying when Ryan Grubb got hired, or in his words, Ryan Grubb. I said like Grubb. It was always funny.
Yeah.
But he has a treadmill in his film room. He's a hard worker. It impressed me. He was big on Ryan Grubb when he got hired, and then we all changed our tune pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Now,
dude, I remember that Friday night when they got announced. Everyone's going crazy.
Oh,
when
dude,
he got spotted at the
that
bar.
was before it got announced. Was when
right, that's true.
And then they posted a group pic after when they made it official.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that guy got a angry call from Dave Pearson. That is for sure. That's the Seahawks PR guy. Oh, there's many stories of people getting phone calls from Dave Pearson.
Yeah.
He tracks people down. But one quick last thing.
Yeah.
Do you remember the very funny thing, non-football related, that happened week one in Seattle last year? On the field thing.
I do not know.
It was Marshawn giving Mike McDonald a back rub. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do not remember that at all now.
No, you don't remember that?
No.
Oh, that was the funniest thing ever. Because Marshawn wasn't even supposed to be on the field, and he just walks up to Mike McDonald.
I wasn't watching a lot of football that day because I was pretty pissed off about the Bengals losing to the Patriots.
Understandably, yeah. Mike McDonald was just Marshawn was just giving Mike McDonald a back rub after one of the safeties or something. It was ridiculous.
Salary base. Okay. Which is why the outliers come into play, because you want to. That's why you're not going for Jamar Chase, because that makes sense. Okay.
Oh, okay. That's
interesting.
Okay.
That's fun, actually.
I mean, search of outliers is one of the biggest things people are trying to do, right? Everyone's find the winning edge, as Bill wants.
Lean on those practice squad call-ups, dude. Lean on the practice squad call-ups.
Afton Chisholm, baby.
Afton Chisholm. There you go. Anyways, go ahead with yeah.
I finished. I'm done. Let's move on.
Okay, Texans Rams. Here we go. I guess I get the first pick here. I'll take the Rams.
I'll take the Tejanos. That would be cool. That would be an awesome alt jersey, like the Tejanos.
That's what they should make their rivalries jersey next year.
Oh, that would be cool.
Trey Tucker.
Uh,
Oh, LA Rams. Anyways, so week 1, get in your bag here. That this is one of the things. Like, hey, force feed Puka. The quick stuff. Get the quick stuff going. I know I keep saying get the quick stuff going because every team in the league should get the quick stuff
dude, the
going.
quick game's a lost art, man.
Yeah. But the Rams especially. The Rams in 2023 went into Seattle in a game. They were like, I don't remember what the line was or anything like that, but they were a pretty sizable underdog. And they went in there and just took it to him just on quick stuff to Puka. So
Oh my god.
do that again, honestly. Just keep force
McVay's
feeding.
one of the few guys that still has the quick game, man. I can't like it's so. As much as I hate Kurt Warner, he's like a big believer in that.
Yeah. So hey, he's another Ram, so it works. Anyways, just do what works for you. Do what's gotten you where it is. Hey, you got Devontae Adams now. It's obviously not the Devontae Adams of old, but get him involved in the quick game. Get Puka. Just honestly, these little quick slants. I mean, who's going to cover that?
They have really good
got,
perimeter screens too. They drop their perimeter screens.
Yeah, like
well.
Other than Al-Shaair, the Texans don't have a ton of speed at the second level of that defense. And their safeties aren't great tacklers. Like Jalen Petre is a great defender as far as defending the deep zones. I don't even know where I'm going with this. You know what I'm talking about, though. He's a good pass coverage safety, not a great run stopper. So just get stuff going out in space. Get your blockers out in space, and just make it work. Get Tutu Atwell involved. Like, you got all these receivers that are perfect for that. So if you can get the quick game rolling, you're gonna be fine.
For me, you gotta protect CJ. That O-line stinks.
Yes.
So neutralize the rush, right? So runs, screens, quick game. So I guess the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Keep CJ Stroud upright. Keep him upright. And then sack Stafford. He's old. He's hurt. Will Anderson, go have a game.
Yeah.
Get those clamps on, Derek.
Yeah.
You got some pieces on D. Use them. Maximize them. Fully maximize them.
You see, this is such an interesting game for me. And I think what ultimately teeters my vote is that I think the Rams defensive line is going to absolutely dominate that Houston O-line, just absolutely eviscerate it. At the same time, 3.5 is like right on the verge where I'm not so sure. I think the Rams win by 3, which is less than 3.5. So give me the Texans.
Oh, man, this is tough too.
It's a great late plate.
See, McVay didn't start good last year, though.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'll take the Texans to cover. You got a quarterback, you got pieces. Nico Hollins. I think this will be an interesting one.
All right, Bills and Ravens. You get to pick.
I'll take the Bills so you can talk about the NFC or AFC North.
I get to keep talking about my guys in the North. All right, go ahead.
I would say you're going up against a pretty tricky defense with a lot of pieces, right? So you got to have a strong run game. Joe Brady, get in your bag, cause confusion, but get heavy. That's how you neutralize this kind of defense. And you guys have the personnel for it, right? Get heavy, use the quarterback run, and do your best to contain Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
Stop that run game for Baltimore. Two-headed monster. Jeez.
Yes.
And then they'll have Keaton Mitchell back and in two insane speedsters and probably one of the greatest power backs of all time. And is he up there? I'd say he's up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's old, but gotta stop him.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Funny enough, my key to victory for Baltimore is basically in line with what your key to stopping them was. Get the run game going. Because last
Mhm.
year, when Buffalo went to Baltimore in week 4, I think it was, and got absolutely destroyed, it was because they couldn't stop Derrick Henry to save their lives. So if Baltimore just force feed Derrick Henry until they figure out a way to stop him. Buffalo's linebackers are small. Like I like what's his name? Terrell Bernard. I like Terrell Bernard. I like Matt Milano when he's healthy. But they're not great run stopping linebackers just because they're not big, really. So get Derrick Henry on him, get hat on hat, just try to get him to the second level. If he's getting, like I said, 5-6 yards of carry, there's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive coach than giving up 6 yards of carry consistently. So yeah, just beat him with the run game. Obviously, I still don't really believe in Baltimore's receiving core. So don't make that the deciding factor in this game. Who are you picking?
I'm going to take the Bills. I think they're really good at home.
They
and
are.
they get points.
And I was going to say, before this became Baltimore with as the favorite, I would have thought more about Baltimore. But I got a home team on Sunday Night Football with the points.
With the reigning MVP.
Yeah.
Oh, Jinx.
Yeah, give me the Bills. All right, last one, Vikings-Bears. You know what? Vikings one's pretty simple, so I'll take the Bears. I want to challenge to finish off week 1 here.
All right, I'll take the Vikings.
Okay. So Bears, offensively, beating Brian Flores is not easy.
No.
Their pass rush is probably going to get home because their tackles are still not great. I mean, Braxton Jones is still your left tackle. Darnell Wright's been up and down so far in his career. Yes, you did a lot of work on the interior defensive line, and I commend you for that. But Andrew Van Ginkel and Jonathan Grenard's still going to be tough to pass block against. And that's not even to mention those linebackers and how much movement there is in the secondary to confuse a young quarterback like Caleb Williams. So Ben Johnson, get in your bag. You've been successful against Brian Flores in the past with arguably lesser pieces in some areas. So work with what you got. I don't think it's controversial to say Caleb Williams is a bit more raw talent than Jared Goff. I was trying to think of a way to say that. I think Caleb Williams has more talent than Jared Goff. I think offensively, what you're working with, Rome Odunze and DJ Moore, probably not quite as good as Amon-Ra and J-Mo, but it's not far off. I think it's not far off, especially if Rome hits his potential. Running backs wise, you're not even close. Like it's DeAndre Swift and Roschon Johnson. That's not comparing. Don't get me wrong. But you've schemed up successful offenses against Brian Flores before. Find a way to translate that over with what you have. And if that means getting Caleb Williams in space a little bit, where he was fairly successful as a rookie, that works. Call a couple rollouts to try to get the offense, less static, and hopefully make it a little bit harder for that Brian Flores defense to kind of keep everything in front of them, which they're pretty good at. Defensively, we don't know what we're going to get out of J.J. McCarthy right now, but we do know what we're going to get out of Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen, who's back in Minnesota, and the Kevin O'Connell offense. So Dennis Allen, kind of the same story. You've been a successful defense coach in the past, not very much as a head coach in New Orleans, but when you were DC in New Orleans, you had some pretty good defenses. So work with what you got. Try to generate as much pressure as you can on the interior offensive line. Their tackles are studs, so you're probably not going to get a lot going on. But try to simulate pressures. Try to get anything going to rattle JJ in his first career game. That's how you're going to throw him off, and that's how you're going to neutralize Justin Jefferson. So there it is.
Okay, for me, it is going to be on offense, make life easy on JJ McCarthy. You have two stud, or actually just one right now. You have
Yeah,
the
no
best
Jordan
receiver.
Addison at the moment.
Is JJ the best receiver in the game or Jamar? Very close, but
They're neck
go
and
on.
neck.
One of the best receiver in NFL. Great running game, uh, great head coach, right? You should be able to make life easy on JJ. It's not like you're going up against a vaunted defense either. Then it comes to defensively, heat up Caleb, throw a lot at his face, make him scared. Although he didn't play horrible against him last year, so find something to rattle him. You got some new weapons he's got to face. You're familiar with Ben Johnson, you know what he likes to do. Now you got some new weapons. You got Burden as well as Loveland, along with Rome and DJ. Better O line, so got to scheme it up.
Mm-hmm. For the pick, this one's tough because we're talking rookie coach versus rookie QB. Which one do I trust less? This might sound crazy, but give me the Bears. I think I'm getting points. Ben Johnson's been successful against Minnesota in the past, so he knows this team very well. He knows what they do defensively. You're getting him at home, and it's a rookie QB without his number 2 receiver. Give me Chicago.
I'm gonna go with Minnesota.
There we go. Okay. I'm actually appreciate that because we were starting to get kind of chalky. I think we only have 3 differences all week.
Yeah, it's week 1, man. It's week 1.
Yeah,
going with the underdogs a lot. I'm gonna go Minnesota. I just like what they have to offer a little bit more. I'm a big Flores guy. All right, I am a big Flores guy, so I'm a little biased, but I'm gonna go Minnesota.
That's fair. Hey, I can't argue with it. I kind of had to talk.
This is neck and neck. This is neck and neck. This is gonna be a fun Monday night game. Yeah. There's some awesome games.
I had to talk myself a little bit.
This is a great opening slate.
There really are. Yeah, that other than Tennessee, Denver, this entire late slate's gonna be fun. I think.
Like there's only I can count 3 games that I have little interest in. 4, I guess.
One of the games I think one of the games that people probably have the least interest in is probably Cincinnati, Cleveland. That's the one I'm going to be glued to.
I'm interested in that one. I'm interested in that one. The ones I'm not interested in are Miami, Indy, Arizona, New Orleans.
Yes.
Carolina, Jacksonville could be interesting.
Carolina, Jacksonville is kind of fun, actually. I'd say Tennessee, Denver.
But Tennessee, Denver, I'm not interested in.
I'd say those are the only 3
I'd say
all
3.5.
I have no interest in.
I'd say 3.5. I'd say 3.5.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's a great.
I mean, I'm not interested in Pittsburgh, New York is kind of more of a fun storyline game versus I think these teams are good game. So, which, hey, sometimes that's better than I think these teams are good games. So, there it is. That's week 1. Wow. I was thinking, hey, we don't have any games to talk about, really, so this will be kind of a short pod. We're at 2 hours and 2 minutes. Let's go, boys. We're back. NFL season. We'll be back next Tuesday to talk a little college, and you know what? Maybe I'll have my first crash out of the season on Tuesday's pod, because maybe the Bengals go into Cleveland and put up another stinker like they do so often. We'll see. Let's have fun with it. But that is it for this edition of the West Coast Draft Podcast. Any closing thoughts, Mr. Jokinen?
We made it, boys.
That's right.
A full slate of football, but not commercial free, unfortunately.
Not commercial free. 7 hours of red zone football.
Oh, God, I hate it.
All right. Well, that is it. Go ahead, sorry.
If one of us watches 7 hours of red zone football, all of us watch 7 hours of red zone football. If one of us click like, all of us subscribe. If one of us subscribe, all of us subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Drop it, folks. Happy football.